All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Well, That Sucks. You want to know what doesn't sucks? Captain Sparkles Spookles Only merch. Link in the description, represent.com/Captain Sparkles. You want to get some for a limited time only a few more days left. Anyway, let's start off with number 19. As usual, getting a bit dizzy. Oh, he's going to end up, like, throwing it and hurting him? Yep. Okay, he didn't actually throw it. Thought he was going to throw it and it was going to, like, go up in the air and land on his head. I don't know if he looks like he could have bashed his knee pretty well. That's wild. That thing must be so heavy. It just, like, carried him through the air. If you ever want to learn to do a backflip, just grab a weight, flip it back, and you'll just end up flipping with it. I actually did see a guy doing that at the gym. He was doing backflips with dumbbells in his hands. And I asked him, I was like, is that easier or harder? He's like, it's easier to get the rotation, but it's harder to stop yourself and land cleanly. It's like, I guess that makes sense. Fragile, handle with care. Oh, God. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I feel like putting any sort of tag on a box when it comes to shipping, it either doesn't do anything or they're like, this pretentious person thinks that they can tell us how we're going to handle things. All right, I'm going to throw it even harder. That's what it means. It means break it harder. It's like if you really need something to be handled carefully, you got to just drive across the country yourself. How many videos have we all seen out there of drivers just chucking packages over fences? Yeah, that's what happens. Hoverboard exploding under a kid's feet. It's one of those batteries that like lights on fire or something like that. That's the bizarre thing about those hoverboard things, is that did they ever oh my God. All right, yeah. Good thing he dipped out of there when he did. None of those things ever actually had a brand associated with them. They were just unnamed hoverboard devices. That was the most bizarre thing about that whole craze that I saw, is that it was unregulated things that just came into the marketplace and existed, and I don't understand. It was so weird, and no manufacturer really ever came in and was like, all right, we are going to make this, and we're going to be the brand that makes these things that people associate it with. We are going to become the Kleenex of hoverboards. U of H handed these out the first week of school. 26 cars' windows shattered and stuff stolen at UH in Parking Zone E and Cullen Oaks around 4 a.m. They took cash. So y'all check your stuff and lock up. Is that really like giving people a glass cutter or a glass breaking device? Like that was the only thing stopping a person from breaking into cars? It's so weird that someone would be like, oh, I just got handed this device. Well, yeah, I better go do something with it. I better break into a lot of cars. Whereas had they not been handed that thing, it wouldn't have happened. It's just weird that was the tipping point for that person. They went through their entire life before that, like being a law-abiding citizen. All of a sudden, they were handed the glass cutter. And it was like, it never mattered until I put on the mask. Whatever the quote is from Batman. Like, this is really what flipped the switch for them. And all of a sudden, they're just like, all right, this is my time. Serial burglary rampage. Jesus Christ. Sorry, class of 97. Trees planted by the class of 1997. I can't tell if this is the class of 97 dissing itself, or the trees were there and someone removed them, but they didn't remove the tombstone. So now it just looks like a tombstone for a bunch of dead trees. Here lies the trees planted by the class of 97. The roots still intact. The trees, not so much. Rest in peace. Is your neighborhood safe? This used to be a pretty doormat until some dumb asshole took it. I can't tell if this is a combined GIF or if this is actually, I think it's a combined GIF. That would be really funny though. See, your doormat is gone in the morning from the inside of your house, no less. And you're like, how in the hell could this ever happen? Only to review your security camera footage and you find that. But also you like have to remove your pet door. Pet doors also just seem like a bit of a security issue. Not his day. Empathetic coworker. Someone crashed my parked car. And you mean into your parked car and drove away. The impact pushed my car up on the sidewalk and they gave me a parking ticket for parking there. I mean, I guess that the meter maid person might have thought the damage already existed. I feel like I need a wider image of this to see, like, is that something that someone could mistake as a really bad parking job, or is it pretty obvious that the person was hit up there? And then the meter maid was like, oh, I got a quota to hit, so gonna have to just issue a ticket here. You're obstructing the sidewalk. So, sorry. Next time, don't get hit when you're not in your car. You need to have your car be able to instantly turn itself on and avoid an accident when someone's about to hit it. You can't just have your car ending up on sidewalks obstructing pedestrians like this. When it double sucks. Yeah, man. I was worried when I was driving the GT and had the little issue that popped up a few weeks back that could have been me. And oh God, is the hose not gonna work? Oh no, hose is working, we're good. Seems like a fire extinguisher would do better at that, though, because it would, like, suppress the flames. Okay, what's about to happen to where it double... Oh, God, the car is going to roll off the hill. And into some trees, where it's probably going to light more things on fire. Oh. Okay. To be fair, there's probably not much they could have done about that. If your car is igniting... The last thing on your mind probably is to ensure that you've engaged the parking brake. So you can't really blame anyone for that one. And it's not like the firemen are gonna run in there and like try to figure out how to stop the thing. So I guess they just kind of pushed it down with the force of the water slightly. It was like just enough to get it to, and now he's like trying to God, he's so panicked that he's basically diving into a burning vehicle. There's another rally on the way up to Monterey where an R8 went up in flames like that on the side of the road. So even if you have a fire extinguisher, like, it might not take care of everything. Well, that sucks. Hey, Blink, you dropped your phone running from us. You can pick it up at, I assume, the police station. You dropped your phone and then didn't lock it. Who starts getting chased by police and their first instinct is, let me make sure to take my phone out of my pocket and unlock it so that I can use it while I'm running, and then you drop it, and then the police have access to everything. Well, I guess that's the kind of person running from the police to begin with. Not the smartest of people. Achievement unlocked. Spanish driver tests positive for every drug in test. How do you do that? Wait, what are all these things? I'm assuming these are just demonstration samples of what the things look like that you've ingested before or something? I don't know how all this ended up in your pee. It must be like that episode of The Simpsons where Mr. Burns is feeling like pretty healthy and then goes into the doctor and the doctor's like, oh, you've been diagnosed with everything. And then he's like, but how am I doing okay? Well, they're all basically just clogged together and none of the diseases are able to actually do anything because they can't fit inside. They're just stuck there. He didn't feel anything. All the drugs were just stuck and they weren't able to get anywhere to have any effects. It's like, damn, this didn't work out well. Now I'm getting arrested, and also I didn't feel any joy from it. New neighbors painted their fence yesterday. Now our car looks like this, all over. Yeah, that's, oh, I feel for you on that one. Whew. God, so they just like spray their fence, and then your car, oh man. I want, like, did they put up any cones or anything, or do not park here at these hours, that sort of thing? If they didn't do that and your car is just there and they went ahead with it anyway, oh, dude, I'm so sorry. That sucks so much. I don't even know what I would do in that situation. Well, fortunately, there's a clear bra on there's some kind of wrap on 2 out of 3 of my cars, so I guess I would hope that, take that off. But yeah, whew, that sucks. Wholesome, but still. Me and my man live an hour apart and just tried to pop up on him, and he just tried to pop up on me, so now we at each other's houses looking stupid. And they're probably both texting each other like, so where are you? What are you doing tonight? And they're each trying to be like, keep it under the radar. They're kind of dodging the question, avoiding it, just so that they can surprise the other. And then finally, they're each getting sick of each other's dodging. They're like, are you cheating on me? No, I just wanted to surprise you at your house. Oh, I wanted to do the same thing. I guess we're meeting in the middle now. We both have to head home at some point. About to arrive for an interview in a new suit. Realize they left the tag on. I have questions, okay? First off, if you want to look real good for an interview, I recommend a tailored suit. I know it makes it a little bit pricier to do, obviously, but I feel like everyone should own a tailored suit. It's a good thing to have for the sake of you never know what situations are going to come up. You might have a thing, you got to look your best, and having a tailored suit it's a good thing to have in your arsenal. I think a lot of people would agree having one tailored suit is a good thing. If they tailored the thing, there's no way that was left on there. And if you just bought it off the rack and it fit well enough that it was going to work, you got it last minute, how did you not notice that they left the thing on? Was it that last minute? You're like, oh shoot, I got an interview at 1 o'clock, it's noon. Shoot, all I got are sandals and shorts at my house. Oh, I better go get something. And you like ran into the store, took the thing off the shelf. No interviewer is gonna look at you with the tag on your shirt and think, oh, it was obviously the store's fault. They're gonna be like, how did you make it out of the store with that on? Why is the suit not tailored? It reflects badly. You should take that off, put it back in your car. You don't need the blazer for the interview. You can just go in with the long sleeve collared shirt. You'll do better that way. I hope that's what you did. First time meeting his parents. How do you even do that? Like, how do things go that badly for you? I mean, I'm sorry that this took place. I hope in the 2 years since you have worked on your walking, but it's like after the first kind of stumble, their knee just collapses. It's like it just gives out. It's like, no, I'm done holding you. I've supported you for 20 some odd years at this point. I'm done. I can't do this. I refuse. You haven't done anything other than walk on me for 20 years. What have you done to repay me? You haven't even gotten a massage in like 5 years. Giving out, throwing you in the pool. High school disaster. Today in math class, I had the urge to fart. I had the bright idea that if I dropped my textbook and farted at the same time, nobody would hear it. I dropped my textbook, everyone looked at me, and then I farted. Loudly. Now, you see, your problem here is that you need to be like me and learn how to really control the valve so that in situations where it calls for it, you can be silent. There have been occasional times where I think I've got the valve properly tuned and then it makes noise and then it's a little embarrassing, but 99% of the time, I'm very good. And you just got to get to that point where you can fine tune it so that depending upon the situation, if needed, it's better than holding it in, right? But then it's like you can just let it go when you're in an environment that's safe for that. I recommend that you attend the Jordan School of Valve Control. My waterproof camera sucked in water and died, but left me this last image. That's actually kind of a cool image. I'm sorry that I'm sorry it gave out. Hopefully you got some good use out of it, but at least it tried to impress you at the very end there. That's what matters. Unforeseen weather. Yeah, that's the thing, is that no matter how sunny it is, you should always go with an alternative. I realize that I guess not in every situation. If you've got like an old Shelby Cobra or something like that, one of the AC Cobras, you don't really have an option if things go bad weather-wise. But in a modern car where there is some kind of roof option available, you should always have that on hand. Always. Even if it's a Lamborghini Aventador where it fills up the entire front of the car and you have a passenger, well, you can stack whatever items that you need to bring luggage-wise on your passenger because you need that roof just in case things go bad. Thank you for your help, guys. It's gonna then flip over on the other side is what's gonna happen. Yep. So, it's rolling down the hill. So it's still going. Okay, it's still going. I feel like they should have realized that must have been like a fairly steep hill, because I don't think there's any other way that would have happened unless perpetual motion exists and they've discovered it. Pretty sure that's a hill. And yeah, well, appreciate the effort. How to be branded as a demonetized 101. On our way to watch my daughter play soccer, my son was asking me about how babies were made. So I told him all about sperm and they egg and so on. He seemed to reflect deeply about what I had said. Get to soccer and we sit among all the other parents and he blurts out, "Dad, is your, wow, woo, is your juice," I don't know if that demonetizes, so is your juice still inside me? Maybe it's for educational use, I suppose. I almost forking died. Yet another reason for me to not feel left out about opting to not have children is I feel like there's no way that I would ever be able to effectively censor myself around the house. And kids would overhear things and then they'd relay them at school. And I'm like, well, how am I supposed to ever communicate anything confidential ever again inside my own house? I have a mole inside of my own house that I know exists and can do nothing about. In 6th grade, I went skateboarding on the way to school with another kid. And then when we got to school, one of the custodians freaked out, overreacted. We were skating through the parking lot, took our skateboards away. Anyway, one of the other kids who was in the group that we were skating with, his parents took away his skateboard. Well, I told my mom about it. My mom was like, that seems like an overreaction. So I was telling the other kid, and it was like, yeah, my mom thought that was an overreaction too. He told his parents that my mom thought it was an overreaction, and then never was able to talk to me ever again. Children are just moles that repeat things, and that has negative implications. All right, anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching this month of Well, That Sucks. Hopefully you feel better about your current situation in life after observing these things. Make sure to like if you liked. Check out the playlist in the description if you're watching in the future and it exists and has more than just this video in it. Subscribe if you're not already, and if you want to listen to music playing in the background. Now links to the outro over on Merry Music, also represent.com/CaptainSparkles for Spookles only merchandise. Okay, see you next time.